Today we are going to discuss about read-only memory. So in a read-only memory, the writing is happening at manufacturing time itself, and thereafter the memory can only be read. So this memory can be used for some fixed applications like BIOS and some home appliances. So there are different types of read-only memories called read-only memory or mask programmable read-only memory and programmable read-only memory, erasable programmable read-only memory EEPROM, and electrically erasable programmable read-only memory EEPROM. And now let us see how bits can be stored inside ROM cells. So this WL is called word line, and this is called bit line. WL is for giving address, so select pins for this memory cell, and BL is data lines. So this is a diode based memory cell in which this BL and WL is connected through a diode, and for storing a 0 there won't be any connection between WL and BL. So whenever this WL is enabled for reading, the memory is stored, the data stored inside this memory. So whenever this WL is enabled, there is no connection between WL and BL. So this BL will be in the lost state, 0 state. And for storing a logic 1, there is a connection between WL and BL through a diode. So whenever this WL is enabled for reading, the voltage will turn on this diode and it will give a logic 1 at BL. So whenever this WL is enabled, we'll get a high value at BL. This BL is actually connected to the ground through a resistor. So there will be a voltage drop by the resistor, and that voltage drop will be a logic 1. The advantage of diode based ROM cell is it is a very simple design. There is only one diode, and the disadvantage is that there is no proper isolation between WL and BL, and all the current has to be supplied by word line, and so that it will work for only for small memories. So now we look for another MOSFET based ROM cell. So here also for storing 0 connection, there is no contact, there is no connection between WL and BL. So when we enable WL for reading, since there is no connection between WL and BL, a logic 0 will be at BL. And here the WL, when we enable WL, this transistor MOSFET will be turned on, and this VDD will be transferred to this BL, so that a logic 1 will come at BL. So now this is a 4x4 OR based ROM array. Here we have 4 bit lines connected together. So this is a word, a single word is having 4 bits, and all these 4 bits are having a single enable WL0, right? So this is a word line, and this word line will enable 4 bits together, and there are such 4 words. So this memory cell contains 4 words of 4 bits. And how it is working? So WL, when we enable this WL for reading, there is no connection between these 2 lines, so a 0 will be coming at this point, and but at here there is a transistor, so that this transistor will turn on and it will connect this VDD line to the bit line. So a logic 1 will come at this line, and here there is no connection and there is no connection. So whenever we enable this WL, and we'll have 0 1 0 0 at this bit lines. Similarly for other word lines. So here there is a transistor connected between VDD and bit line. So whenever we enable this WL1, this will turn 1, and here it is no connection, so it will be 0, and no connection, it will be 0, and here there is a connection, there is a transistor, so that there will be logic 1. So the memory stored here is 1001, and likewise. So this is a resistive load. This is a transistor, but it is always turned on by using a bias voltage. So this will act as a resistive load. So the advantages is it is having a better isolation, but the disadvantage is it is having a complex cell, complex connection, and a larger area, and it need an extra current supply. So now about NOR based logic. So here is a difference. In our previous two memory cells, this bit line is by default it is connected to a ground through a resistance, but here this bit line is connected to a VDD voltage. So by default this bit line is having a logic 1, and by through a connection or by enabling this word line, we are actually trying to pull it down to ground level. So how it is working? So this BL is by default it is in logic 1 state, and when we enable WL, there is no connection between VL and WL, so this BL will be in logic 1 state. So a 1 will be stored there, and for storing 0, when we enable this WL, it will turn on this transistor, and this transistor will connect this BL to the ground. So this logic 1 stored here will be pulled down to 0 through this transistor, and that's how it will show a logic 0 at the output. So this is a figure of a 4x4 NOR based memory cell. Here all these bit lines are by default connected to VDD through a resistive load. This transistor is a PMOSFET with logic 0, so it is in an always on condition. So when we enable this WL line, so there is no connection between these two lines, so a logic 1 already there will remain there, and it will be logic 1 itself. And when it comes to here, when this transistor is getting turned on, it will connect this BL1 to the ground level. So this whatever the voltage raised here, pulled up here, will be pulled down to 0. So a 0 will come at BL1, and there is no connection at these 2 points. There will be logic 1 itself. So the memory bits stored in this word is 1011. So similarly, a 01000 transistor is there, 110 stored in the second word. And in the advantage of this NOR based cell array is that it is offering a good isolation, and but there are disadvantages of larger area, and it is also a complex cell, more lines are there. And another problem is the pull-up transistor value resistor should be larger than the pull-down transistor resistances. This is a NAND based ROM cell array. So there is a difference in the connection. So here transistor is in series with the bit lines. So here also you can see that the transistor is in series with the bit lines. So and also there is another difference. In previous cases, this WL will be by default it is turned off or 0 or giving, and if we need to read any word, we'll give a logic 1 at that word line. But now in NAND gate logic, by default we will give a logic 1 there by default, and for reading any words we need to give a 0 there. Since the default values that we are giving to WL is logic 1, all these transistors will be turned on, so that this line BL1, BL2, BL3, all these lines will be connected to the ground, so that the 0, 0, 0, 0 will be the output. When we need to read any words, we will turn off this word line. So a 0 is giving it a word line, and it will turn off this transistor, so that a logic 1 will come at BL1. So the output will be 0, 1, 0, 0. And here, if I need to read this line, I will put a 0 at WL1, and all other word lines will be logic 1 itself. So when we give a logic 0 to WL1, this transistor will be turned off, rising the voltage at BL0. This becomes logic 1, and here there is no connection, so that the logic 0 will remain, and here also the logic 0 will remain, and here there is a connection, there is a transistor, so that this transistor will be turned off, and this BL3 will be raised to a logic 1 state, and we'll have a 0 1 0 0 1 stored at this word, and similarly for other two lines. And advantage is small size, but there are disadvantages. It is having a lower performance, and another problem is we need to have some additional implant for having this NAND gate, and inverse input has to be given to the word lines. Thank you.